Hey everybody, it's Martha in my sewing room, but doing some crafting. I am going to be doing a clear coat of epoxy resin on these tiles. They're 4-inch ceramic tiles, maybe a little bit bigger, but anyway, I think they're 4. Yeah, they're about 4 1/4. So what I need to do now is put a clear coat on them, and then I'm going to frame them like this one that I'd already done. So I painted the tile. I cut out a cross out of some veneer with my Cricut, and then once it's all dry, I glued it onto the frame, onto the glass. Main thing to do on the back is you've got to put something to protect the back. This one I did painter's tape. I couldn't get that other stuff to stick to it because the whole back was painted. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. So what I do is I just put on a little bit of the clear coat resin. And I make a big mess when I do this. Gosh, look at the color of that one. It's just bringing it out. And then I like to wipe it all over, make sure that the sides get it nicely. Now this is self-leveling, so once I quit messing with it, it will spread out and level out. I just want to make sure that I get it completely covered, and I want to make sure that the sides are covered. And then I let it dry. It will probably have air bubbles in it because when you're stirring the epoxy resin, you're mixing the A part and the B part together. It's hard not to get air bubbles in it. So you can use a heat gun to pop those bubbles, but you can also use rubbing alcohol. And I've got a little bottle of rubbing alcohol, but I'm gonna wait until I get every tile done first. Let's look at that. Make sure my edges are done. And at this point, it's okay if I spill onto the other ones because they're not set. It's going to take a while before they're set. All right, so let's do this one. This one's really pretty. I stained or painted the crosses. So some are painted. This one is painted, and then I wiped off the gray. I just thought the gray would look really pretty with the colors that I painted this one with. I love it. These are gifts. So Crystal, if you are watching this, don't tell anybody in class. Not everybody's getting these. Some people are getting other gifts, and I'm not going to say what those are. Okay, look at this one. This one's got a lot of beautiful gold and copper in it. It is gorgeous. Okay, a little bit. And when the clear epoxy resin gets on it, it just pops the gold out. Look how shiny that is. I'm really excited. These are gonna look really good. So I've got men and women in my class, so I think I have a good variety. I actually have more than what you see here. Look at this one. Oh, I love that. I'm notorious for getting stuff all over the place. All right. Hopefully I have enough. I might be putting it on a little thick. But if you have any questions, I get these tiles at the Habitat for Humanity Restore, and they're like 10 cents each. They're like cheap. And if you buy a certain amount, they're even cheaper. They give you like a 10% discount. So, which is silly because at 10 cents, they're very inexpensive. And they have all these ones that are like an off-white ivory color. I guess, I don't know why so many, but lots of just a really light color. So they take the paint really well. And if you feel like you want to do just a little bit of artwork, but just in small quantity, painting tiles is fun. And then what you can do with them, you don't have to do what I'm doing. You can turn these into coasters. All you have to do is put some cork on the back, and then you've got a great, beautiful coaster. Okay, I've got 3 more to go. I think I should have enough of the epoxy. Sometimes if they're recently painted and you don't give it a lot of time, especially if you have put any oil into your paint. I'll put oil in the paint because I get really pretty cells with the oil, but it repels the epoxy. And so as this is drying, you can see the epoxy pulling away from those spots. And that's always a bummer. So I try not to use up all my epoxy. I like to keep it. And as the resin is spreading out on the tiles, I can go back and pour more on each tile if I see that it's pulling away. Look at this pretty one. I don't know who I'm giving this one to yet. That remains to be seen. There's a hair. I don't want that hair in there. Oh, and I told you about the tape on the back. If you do not tape the back, you will have a mess because the drips are like concrete, and you have to then chip off the drips on the underneath side. And that is, I've learned by experience, it's like, oh, that's why you want to coat it on the back, you know, put the tape on the back. Painter's tape, or this is another pretty one. Look at that. Love it. Almost done. So painter's tape or some, it doesn't matter. Not scotch tape. Painter's tape probably works best, and it's not that expensive. And you just want to do the edges. Now this stuff, I have it coated, you know, the whole back is covered. I have this sheet kind of stuff that I use. Okay, those are all done. They're looking pretty good, and I'm a soppy mess. So what I think I'm going to do is, because I've still got more, I'm going to pour a little. I see it coming away from some areas. So I'm just going to pour a little bit more in the center of them, and I don't even need to move it around. The other thing that you want to look for is dust, because dust can settle on it. So once I get these guys all done and ready, and I pop all the bubbles, I will cover it up, like with a box or a plastic thing, a lid of some sort. Yeah, this one is pulling away in the far corner. Okay. I don't know if those are, I'm gonna take my glove off, and then I'm going to get my, I've got a little spray bottle that I can spray with. Sometimes the bubbles will actually look like dust. So by spraying, I can see all the bubbles popping, and I can see that it's not actually dust on there. This one, I'm gonna put another set of gloves on. I can see that it's having some trouble. The other thing that you can do is take a toothpick, and if you feel like you've got something going on, then use a toothpick to pick it off. Okay, I'll show you close up in a while.